are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Miami Dolphins. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Here's the leading rusher amongst rookies last season, Najee Harris. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
It's brought in by Harris. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
They're going to try and throw. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he is going to have the Steelers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Now a give, running left is Harris. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Throwing Jones. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. There he goes, left side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. So big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal of how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Here's Damiere Byrd to return from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they are winners of 2 straight games as they have climbed back to 500 now on the season.
And you and I both know this can be a tough team to figure out sometimes, because I remember a few weeks ago you and I having a conversation where we both thought that this was a season that could get away from them pretty quickly. Obviously not.
Now Jones. And this one is incomplete.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll be stopped at about the 38 after a pickup of 4. This defense for the Dolphins, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
Jones on 3rd down. He gets it complete to Harris. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now Jones on 1st and 10. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Dolphins will have solid field position here as they take over at the 45-yard line. After the turnover, here's Herbert. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And some space here. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation when we come into the game. They always say, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Looking to throw. Jones powers through him. He finds his man complete. That's Harris. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw. Jones. That'll be taken in by Damiere Byrd. Touchdown! A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
On 2nd and 9, Herbert. Finding his target, it's Trey McBride. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. On 4th down, Herbert. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he will have a Dolphins 1st down. As that'll be a gain of 15 on 4th. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He finds Wilson. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
From the 38, Herbert. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. But Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they've got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
On first down, Justin Herbert. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. They'll run with Cook. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. They try again with Cook. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Now Herbert, 3rd and goal. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here we go on 4th. Herbert. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And the Steeler D will celebrate the goal line stand. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jones. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw in the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, Jones. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Jeremy Chinn picks it off. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because...
And this is caught inside the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. Cook is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? Here's Herbert. And it's caught. Touchdown, Dolphins. James Cook hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins go up by 2 touchdowns. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Harris starts the drive on the ground. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 41 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off play action. Jones. The Dolphins get there this time and they bring him down. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
But the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
After the sack on 1st down, Jones. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
And that pick 6, Charles, that moves it up now to a 3-touchdown advantage. A great individual defensive effort there to continue what has been a very lopsided first half.
And I better buckle up my seatbelt, right? Because you know, as a former DB, when I see a pick 6, I'm up and jumping up and down watching it. Yeah, I'm supposed to be neutral, but those kind of plays, they excite me every time. They are in absolute control in this one. Nice play there.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left. More than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11.
Looking to throw. Jones. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Buying time to his left.
Well, same target, same result. It's Kittle.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's another 1st down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Back to throw again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. That'll give them 8 that time, and that's going to make it 4th down. They'll look to throw again. Dancing to his left. He's going to have his running back. It's complete.
And he is going to have the Steelers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10.
And now here is another interception.
Jeremy Chinn picks it off. And the Dolphins force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player, you have to know the situation.
So the 2 teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach. We can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
From the 50, here's Herbert.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Bryce Callahan.
And the Steelers are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge.
Taking it right down Broadway. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big pickup of 38.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
Here's Jones. Throwing on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Jones. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. That'll be caught downfield by Byrd. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
On the give, this is Harris. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Jones. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Harris.
And the Steelers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Harris is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Damiere Byrd, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Steelers get a bit closer.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. And they decide fairly early here they need the ball back, so here's an onside kick. And the Dolphins are going to recover. I know they're down, but starting the 3rd quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen, steal a possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Bryce Callahan.
And the Steelers are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
And he'll power his way up near the 25.
58 yards on the ground for him so far.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They run again with Harris. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Back to throw. Jones. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And my goodness, another interception. Jeremy Chinn picks it off. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Third quarter from Miami. This is 2nd and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. That's complete to McBride. And they'll work this down inside the 30. In motion right is Wilson. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Here's Herbert. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
Herbert off of play action. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
A big loss on the play. Brings up 4th down.
They snap it to Herbert. Got a man. It's McBride complete. And he will have a Dolphins first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. First down. Here's the run with Cook. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They run it again with Cook. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
This is caught, and he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Garrett Wilson with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Dolphins add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Now left side on the swing pass. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now Jones.
It's Najee Harris now on back-to-back plays with a catch. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where, as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution. Even though the scoreboard is going against you, you want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. On second down, this is Harris. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead will be cut down to 14. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Dolphins are going to recover. The fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now it's Herbert.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
And he's got some space here.
Down the right sideline.
Touchdown.
James Cook.
His 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Dolphins are closing in now on a 7th straight win to start the year. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns in 21. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. The Steelers on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 17. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones.
And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. Play action. It's Herbert. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. And it'll be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick.
And the Steelers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing Jones. This one caught by Kittle. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rolling to his left. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Marquise Bell. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. On 1st and 10, Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. Play action this time for Justin Herbert.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking, but to me it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack.
And he will have a Dolphins 1st down, and that was something else. A big pickup on 4th and long to give him a new set of downs.
They'll try the middle with Cook. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Again, it's Cook. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown.
James Cook
taking it in from 4 yards out. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught inside the 10. And he gets in. And no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Taken from about the 12. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw. Jones. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high.
Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John